Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good golly, Miss Molly. Welcome to that 70s Rock Fan channel. Thank you for watching. For all those who subscribe to the channel, thank you for your continued support. And as you may know, I like to do media videos about physical media, particularly purchases I've made and regularly get to make in thrift stores, library sales, church sales, and whatever, because physical media is important. There's a lot of it out there for a very reasonable price. You don't have to break the bank, and unlike digital, it can never be taken away from you. And well, it could be, but generally speaking, no. And it's great to have that there because digital sources, as we know, may well be meddled with going forward or even taken from you, as has been seen recently with some stuff that's going on in the PlayStation world. But so recently I got a bunch of stuff from my local library. Libraries always have great sales because they're always taking in new stuff. So they got to get rid of the older stuff. And that may be books and DVDs, Blu-rays, and other physical media. So there was for virtually next to nothing in my local library. Got a bunch of stuff the other day. First of all, just a little curiosity, which is the HD DVD of 300. So anyone will remember a few years ago, when Blu-ray was coming in, there was a format war. There's always a format war every generation. Blu-ray was the eventual winner of this particular one, but one of the rivals was HD DVD format. This is a sealed copy of 300 that was in the library, the sale. I don't believe I have a player capable of playing it, but for next to nothing, I thought it was a curious addition to put in the library. I do like the movie 300, not everyone's cup of tea, but I did enjoy it at the time and do enjoy it now. So I thought, let's add that to the collection. Why not, indeed? Sealed Blu-ray of Fellowship of the Ring. Now, I've got those beautiful DVD sets that came out a couple of years after all three movies had been out. And so they are gorgeous, gorgeous sets. I watch those movies all the time and all the extras on them. But I didn't have a Blu-ray copy of any of them, so I thought it would be a nice addition to get a sealed Blu-ray of that, and I will watch it at some point. So Peter Jackson's towering achievement with these movies, the current abomination that's been made by Amazon has nothing to do with Tolkien, in my opinion, but I'm not a scholar, just someone who likes stuff or doesn't like stuff. So, but those three movies, magnificent achievement. There's some DVD stuff was in this sale. 3-movie collection of Gene Hackman movies. The Great Mississippi Burning with Willem Dafoe. Hoosiers, excellent movie as well, sports movie, but very pleased to get a copy of The French Connection on here. I do have a digital copy, but as I say, digital copies and all copies of The French Connection going forward are going to be censored and to suit a modern audience. I did try and buy a Blu-ray of French Connection 1 and 2 from Europe, and it never arrived, so I got a refund, unfortunately, because I want this because it's unadulterated. It's as the filmmakers intended, not censored for modern sensibilities, whatever that is. But yeah, Gene Hackman, the magnificent Gene Hackman, and The French Connection. Blinding movie, brilliant movie. Brilliant actor, retired, getting on a bit now. Miss him a lot. always a reliable, wonderful actor. Now, here's a movie in Blu-ray that was in the sale that I've never seen. And I must admit, I'm not very familiar with Thai cinema. I did watch on Netflix a wonderful Thai movie the other day, Once Upon a Star. Check that out on Netflix if you get a beautiful ode to cinema, an ode to the power of the movies in a particular setting. Lovely movie. This is a very different movie from that, and this is a high octane crime action thriller. Read a few things about it, so looking forward to watching that. Never seen it before. Don't know much about Thai cinema, as I say, but this one looks really good. Called The Gangster. I think it's from 2012, maybe. Don't think it's a new movie, so a lot for me to learn. Going to check that out. One of the greatest war movies ever made, a staple of British television over the years when I was growing up. The Great Escape, all-star cast, brilliant movie. This DVD is taken clearly has come out of a bigger set of movies. It's one of those thin cased ones. So, but for 25 cents or whatever it was, well worth picking up. I've got a digital copy. Now it's nice to have a physical copy. This is an unbeatable movie. Absolutely adore it. What a cast. I mean, apart from the three mentioned on the cover here, Charles Bronson, David McCallum, Donald Pleasance, the list goes on. I mean, you can't list them all. It's such a good movie. Men in Black 2 special edition DVD set. I actually have, it's funny, I had Men in Black 1 and 3 on multiple formats in physical media, Men in Black 2 only on digital. So it's not the Blu-ray, it's the DVD, but it'll fill a gap in that collection. And when Men in Black films were Men in Black films, as opposed to whatever the last one was. So kind of neat. Actually looking forward to seeing some of the extras in that. Back in Black. Did love those first three movies. Michael Mann's Black Hat on DVD. Interesting movie. Not one of my all-time favorites, but I'm typically, I've always been a big fan of Michael Mann stuff. So I appreciate what he was trying to do with this sort of cybercrime thriller. Crime, cyber security thriller, I guess you could call it. Reasonably good performances. Quite enjoyed it. So nice to have a copy physically. Now, a movie which also sparks a lot of debate is Tom Cruise's War of the Worlds. Spielberg directed, of course. This is a widescreen DVD set in the sleeve. Not a bad movie. I felt a little bit underwhelmed after watching it. It certainly wasn't a bad film. I did enjoy it, but a little bit underwhelming in places. I don't know what I was possibly expecting a little more out of it, but hey, I'm not knocking it. I enjoy it, and I will certainly watch it again a few times over the years. So it was nice to pick up a copy of that for, again, something, I think it was 25 cents or even less. There was a whole pile of stuff, and it was like $2 for it all. So, however, I guess the piece de resistance of the purchases was a 5-film Chuck Norris collection crammed onto one disc. So don't expect super high quality in terms of fidelity. It's like the 3 Chuck Norris movies I got on one VHS recently. 3 movies and 2 bonus movies. Logan's War, Bounded by Honor, The President's Man, and The President's Man: A Line in the Sand being the 3 main movies. But the bonus ones, Lola and Man with a Camera, String of Pearls. So, very interesting, because Lola obviously is a Chuck It's a Charles Bronson movie. Really. So, and so is Man with the Camera, String of Pearls. So you got 3 Chuck Norrises and a couple of Charles Bronsons, all for a princely sum of a quarter. So great, actually. Not bad, because I mean, at least I can reach for these and play them physically now. They're not movies I would necessarily say were amongst the best in its canon, but very interesting to have. And the two bonus movies, quite interesting too. So not a bad little set, you know. There were some books as well. Books. There were some books. This biography of Mel Brooks called Funny Man by Patrick McGill. Looking forward to reading that when I get a bit of downtime towards the end of the year. Excuse me. One of our all-time classic, cherished comic actors, writers, producers, Mel Brooks. We will miss him when he's gone badly. Had a fantastic run of TV and movies over the years, involved with so much stuff. One of the all-time greats. So I've never actually read a biography of him, so I'm looking forward to reading that. A thumping good read. This was a weird one. This has got a National Geographic, or even Geographic, National Geographic publication, Star Trek, The Official Guide to Our Universe, The True Science Behind Starship Voyages. I must admit, I don't have a great deal of Star Trek books these days. But I figured this wasn't for, again, a princely sum of something like 25 cents or 20 cents with a foreword by William Shatner. I thought this might be quite an interesting read. It's certainly well illustrated. Seems to flip between, scientific and astronomical information and information about the Star Trek universe, including starships, gadgets, etc., etc. So, kind of riding a little bit on the coattails of Star Trek for a more astronomy-based book, but I don't mind that because I love both. So, quite a nice little find. Looking to leaf through that. And finally, there was this book. It's a pictorial. One of these, it's not one of these super expensive books in the first place. One of these pictorial biographies of bands you get. This is a Led Zeppelin one. A Led Zeppelin Revealed. But quite a nice bunch of photographic stuff with a history of the band and their tours. Some stuff written by Paul Denoy and other writers. It's in a chronological order. So, and it does go beyond the Zeppelin years into the solo stuff too. Dread even talks about Dread Zeppelin, which is, if you've never heard them, and my good friend Alan Granny Grange tour-managed them. Very, very interesting bunch of guys. Great act. So, for the princely sum of a quarter or whatever, Led Zeppelin Revealed. So there it was. This latest batch of physical media. Buy it if you can. Let me hide that. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it very much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Look out for more live streams and content on the channel soon. Live show coming up, not this Monday, but the Monday after. We're going to do a special on one of my favorite bands of all time, the Great Thin Lizzy. Phil Lynott, Gary Moore, and the Lads. And then we'll be looking forward to Christmas with some Christmas song specials. So Till next time, if you enjoyed this, do that YouTube-y thing and leave a like, subscribe, share it out, all that good stuff. Until next time, keep on rocking.